Hey, good morning and happy Thursday. I like to call today Friday Eve because we've almost made it through the work week. I'm Crystal Moyer. Welcome to Breakfast with Bridgett. She does have a few days off, so you're stuck with me today and tomorrow and some days next week. I hope we can have some fun together on this Thursday morning. We have a lot to talk about. So we are going to talk a little bit about the chilly weather because let me tell you, you're going to feel it when you walk outside. It is a slap in the face. Some areas under a frost advisory. So you'll want to listen to that. We'll check in with Candace in just a moment. We also have an update on the apartment attack arrest. A man arrested after he was trying to sexually attack a woman in an apartment near UCF. She was able to fight him off. And we've been sharing some of that surveillance video as well as a composite sketch. Police say they've caught the suspect. So we'll get an update on that with our own Ezzy Castro. And then I know you guys have been talking about this. It's been a talker. That couple that got in an argument on a flight that was supposed to go from Orlando to Rhode Island. Well, it turns out they got in an argument. Some passengers overheard him possibly say bomb. So pilots had to divert that flight to Jacksonville. So he's now facing some federal charges. We'll have an update on that as well. And a crucial deadline coming up for those of you looking to enroll in Medicare. Mike Holfield has some important updates and things that you need to know if you're planning on enrolling into that very important health program. We also have some information about the Brevard Aquarium. We've been talking about it for years. The Brevard County Zoo has been working on bringing this huge aquarium over to Port Canaveral. Well, it looks like their money may be adding up. So we'll tell you how soon we could possibly see them break ground on this attraction. And then we also want to talk about some December deals if you're still waiting and eager to buy those Christmas gifts and some freebies for our New Six Insiders. So you'll want to stay with us as we talk about these topics. But first, let's talk about that chill. Let's bring us Candace Campos because it is flipping cold out there right now.
I like that. I like that. It is cold. Yesterday we had the wind, which made it feel really uncomfortable. Today, it's not uncomfortable. It's just actually cold in many spots. We have a little bit of a breeze along our coast, but really the big story is just how cold temperatures have dropped so far today. Coldest morning of the week. So prepare yourselves. If you haven't walked outside or turned on your faucet or
prepare yourselves.
Water yet, you'll notice it the moment you walk out the door. So let's take it to the maps, show you what's going on across Central Florida. We do have a frost advisory that is in effect for Central and Western Marion County. But like I've been saying throughout the morning, you don't have to be only in Marion County to deal with some of that frost. We do have some reports of our northern Lake and Sumter counties, even as far south as Seminole County, dealing with some of that patchy frost, as my kids like to call it, snow on the roof. Try explaining to them the difference between snow and frost.
Hey, they're trying to get in the holiday spirit, Candace. Let them have this one.
I guess so. But you know what? It's certainly feeling festive, Crystal. 37 is our temperature currently in Ocala, 39 in the Villages. We're a little warmer the further south and east you go, about 55 in Cocoa Beach, 49 there for you guys in Kissimmee. So patchy frost, you need an extra layer or two compared to yesterday. But then after this morning, the warming trend will begin. It won't be warm today by any means, but it will be technically warmer than yesterday. So we're up to about the upper 60s today, upper 70s though as we head into Friday and Saturday. Now, Sunday is going to be one of those days we're going to be watching closely as the days progress. Another cold front will be coming through. Has a potential of a few isolated strong storms with it. Now, as we take you here hour by hour, again, temperature is rebounding nicely. Tons of sunshine back into the upper 60s as we go. Later on tonight, it's still going to be a nice evening, but look at the icons. Yesterday, it was nice clear skies. Today, not the case. Our winds are starting to veer more off the ocean. That starts to bring back a little more moisture. The moisture is not really coming in the way of rain, but more just some cloud cover. So that's why temperatures are really not going to be dropping as much as they did this morning. So there goes that ridge of high pressure. It's on its way out towards the western Atlantic. Our winds will start to move in more east, southeast into Friday, hence why we are going to see more cloud cover. But as we head into your Saturday, rain chances will be minimal at only about 10%. But we are going to see a big push of moisture moving in ahead of our next front. This is one of our many models that we have. This one is our American model, bringing in scattered showers on the panhandle starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday, bringing with it a big kind of swath of action Monday afternoon. I'm sorry, Sunday afternoon and into the evening, but then clearing out by Monday. Now, the good news is, Crystal, is that the threat for the storm chances continue to decrease. So we are starting to see an improvement. We're set up earlier this week was showing some more widespread strong storms. So I'm going to keep it with the little impact icon there, just because I feel, Crystal, people tend to let their guards down a lot, especially on the weekend. Everyone's focused on the holidays and, all the parties and the plannings and the wrapping of the gifts and stuff, that we kind of forget that weather could still impact our day, and not in a good way, not just like, ooh, do I need a sweater or not? So I do just want to make sure that people do remember that Sunday will be kind of the dicey of the 2 days. So if you have some outdoor plans, or you're trying to get the Christmas lights up or whatnot, making sure you get it done Saturday or early Sunday before the rain starts to come through. But we'll start ironing out a little more of the details on how strong some of these storms will be, or what the coverage of strong storms will be coming up in the upcoming days.
Thank you so much, Candace. We've been talking about that roller coaster of temperatures, and I feel like we just gone down, and now we're about to hit back up.
And then once Sunday is over, come Monday, that another ridge of high pressure comes in, blast some cold air, highs will be back into the 60s for one day only.
Okay. Well, I'm here for it. It's Florida, so getting a little bit of chill every once in a while, not bad.
Yeah. Do you have your sniffles yet? Because my entire house has sniffles because of this weather. So.
Well, don't pass that along to me. You stay over there. Well, thank you so much, Candace. We'll be checking back in with you later on. You'll be in the noon, and of course, you have some cut-ins going on too. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
I gotta also shoot a Florida foodie in the middle.
Ooh, okay. Well, bring me some leftovers. All right. So obviously today's been a busy day on the roadways. Trooper Steve has been in the traffic center, and now he is out on patrol because there was a deadly crash that he was reporting on. And now there's several other crashes that's just keeping troopers busy, closing lanes. So we want to get right out to Trooper Steve. Where are you right now, and tell me what's going on?
So this is going to be all official business with you this morning. No breakfast. So what we're dealing with right now is the first crash we had this morning was at Palm Parkway and 535. Real rough spot to have a crash. Motorcycle down, deceased in that area. And then this one came out just a few minutes behind me. What you could see behind me here is the city of Orlando is working a very serious crash right now. I have not confirmed this crash as fatal just yet, but a vehicle versus a pedestrian that was crossing Colonial Drive just west here of John Young Parkway. So currently all westbound lanes of John Young Parkway are closed. You can see behind me here that crash investigators are currently out on scene investigating this crash. Very similar scene to what we saw along John Young Parkway, Palm Parkway. So they have the exact same equipment, just different agency here, and they are investigating this crash. You can see the van up ahead, debris all over the road. Currently, all traffic on Colonial is being detoured either south or north along John Young Parkway because all westbound Colonial stops right there right now. This is a pretty nasty crash out here. The debris is all over. I am told that a pedestrian was transported from this scene to Orem scene as an extreme high-level trauma alert. And at this point, when I see these type of investigators out here, it's not there is no happy ending to this. This is either going to end in life-altering injuries or a death at this point. I was able to speak with an individual out here just a few minutes ago, Crystal, that told me he knew the pedestrian that was crossing, and that he had just could be celebrating his 76th birthday here in the next couple of days.
Just awful.
Yeah, this is just horrible. And then the topic today that we are going to cover on patrol is very similar, Crystal, to what we're seeing here. A pedestrian crossing the roadway in an area where there is no crosswalk, where they might think they're not doing anything dangerous, but ultimately the cars are not expecting you to just walk across the lanes. And now we're out here with a major crash in a major, I'm talking one of the busiest areas in the morning. You know this.
John Young Parkway. I mean, it is a mess out there.
You mix John Young and then you put Colonial involved with that, it gets pretty nasty. So I'm making my way over to the truck. If we want to throw up the traffic map, I can actually show that to you right now.
We've got it up for you.
Getting to the truck. Yep, you can go ahead and put that up. It is loaded exactly where it needs to be. So that's the map right now of where that crash is currently taking place. So like I said, westbound Colonial Drive right there at John Young Parkway is shut down. We are seeing some major traffic issues already, even eastbound on Colonial. And they have a good stretch of this closed from John Young all the way west to Ferguson. So no traffic is currently moving through that area. We're dealing with a very interesting crash in the Palm Parkway area not too long ago when we first started the morning show at Palm Parkway and Apopka Vineland. This crash is still ongoing, and eastbound lanes are still closed in this area of Palm Parkway. Mix this with tourism, mix this with residential area. We didn't start our Thursday off very nicely. Westbound I-4 has now cleared up, but the delays out there are still kind of lingering up towards Lake Mary. Outside of that, Crystal, we're doing pretty good this morning. I'm actually going to stay out on scene out here, try to get a little bit more information of what's taking place. And This drives me crazy during the holidays. This does not need to happen. And the last thing a family needs to be notified is that their 75-year-old relative is not coming home because they got hit by a car when they weren't using a crosswalk. So I'm not
horrible news.
I'm not trying to put blame on it right away, but guys, this is so avoidable. And to report on this stuff, it just sucks. So if you're watching us at home, please be super careful when you're hitting the road. The last thing, if you think we want to do, is report on bad stories. I know Crystal, I know me. We would love to talk about dogs and music all day long. So please do your best to drive safely. For now, Crystal, I'm going to let you go so I can just assess this a little bit more.
All right, real quick, Trooper Steve. We know you're on patrol every single day, so we want to know when you're going to be live streaming so we can check back in at clickorlando.com and the new 6 Plus app.
I will be live today at 9 a.m. Oddly, talking pedestrian safety when crossing the roadway and what jaywalking means and the dangers of doing that.
All right. Thank you so much, Trooper Steve. As soon as we get some more details, he's going to be out there with troopers looking at the situation and giving us some more details. So, of course, we will have updates on clickorlando.com, and we'll check back in with him during his live stream at 9 o'clock. Just awful news out there with traffic. So we're shifting the story here. Now we're going to talk about a very horrific story that happened about 2 weeks ago. And this is at an apartment complex near UCF. A woman was going home for the night and noticed a guy was following her. She was on the phone with a friend. She walked into an apartment, and this is at Mercury 3100 Apartments. This is on Alafaya Bay Lane. And a guy ran in, tried to sexually attack her, and she and her roommate were able to fight him off. Now, he got away, but police now say they have arrested that man. News 6's Ezzy Castro has an update on that.
Orange County deputies have arrested 31-year-old Javier Mendez, accused of attacking a woman and attempting to sexually assault her. It happened on November 26th at the 3100 Mercury Apartments near UCF. Deputies released surveillance video showing what appears to be Mendez going up and down the stairs that night. According to the arrest report, Mendez threw the victim on a chair, then threw her on the floor and tried to take off her shorts.
Shoved his way into her apartment and then closed the door. Luckily for this survivor, there was a roommate there who heard the commotion in the front room, who came out to assist her, and she was able to fight the attacker off.
Investigators say it was a car that helped lead to Mendez's identity. Then they discovered he had recently pawned items, which led to a phone number belonging to Mendez. And that number was at the apartment complex at the date and time of the crime.
There are cameras everywhere in this day and age, and if you are a suspect or a perpetrator in Orange County looking to victimize our citizens, we will find you and we will catch you.
That was News 6's Ezzy Castro giving us an update there. And she did tell us that Orange County deputies say it was that sketch that was extremely helpful in identifying the suspect involved in this attempted sexual battery case. And, you know, very well done sketch there. That's why we were putting it out to you guys to make sure that we can all have our eyes and ears out there for the suspect. So he has been caught now, which is some good news there. And, you know, they said that the woman did everything right. She was on her phone with her friend. She let her roommate know. She was screaming. She fought the attacker off. So very well done there. If you're in that situation, I can't even imagine how I would react. So I'm just glad that it turned out that way and that suspect was caught. All right, so this next story has been a talker. A guy and a girl were on this flight, Breeze Airways. They get into an argument. So they're flying from Orlando International Airport, supposed to go all the way to Providence, Rhode Island. They don't make it there. Why? Because they get in a huge argument, and passengers claim they heard the man, Evan Sims, say bomb. So, of course, that happens. Pilots decide to divert the flight to Jacksonville. They land there, and the man and woman get arrested. So this is Evan Sims. This is video from that flight. Passengers are able to capture some of the video there. So witnesses say they heard him mention bomb, which is why a lot of those passengers, we can all understand, were freaked out about that. So he actually appeared in court yesterday, and he's claiming he never said the word bomb. He's saying that he said calm instead. So obviously, we're going to have to figure out the facts here in this case. Either way, he's facing federal charges of making a bomb threat, and now he remains in the Duval County jail. So either way, you should not be arguing on a plane. I'm just saying it's a very confined space, security, and the risk is very high as far as when you say things like that and people are hearing it. So just wow, crazy story there. I guess we'll stay updated and see what happens as far as the charges go, and we will keep you updated on clickorlando.com. Now, important deadline. I'm talking to all of you 65 and up, or if you are enrolled or plan on enrolling in Medicare. We're just hours away from that deadline for enrolling for the open enrollment program. It ends at midnight. It's available for adults 65 and older, and it's about getting some quality health care coverage. So, of course, Mike Hofeld, our investigator, has some more information and details, what you need to know if you're planning on enrolling.
Once people retire, will they be able to have a plan that was equal to the plan that they had when they were working?
In some instances, it's actually even better.
Medicare and all those options can be a bit overwhelming.
In Florida, there's probably upwards of 50 plus different plans in each county.
William Revoluta is the Southeast General Manager for Connie Health. That company operates in 7 states, including Florida. Now, the service is free, and the options they present endless.
There's everything from HMO plans to PPO plans, Medicare supplement plans.
Plans change every year, so can your health.
The deadline to update your Medicare plan is December 7th, so Make Ends Meet wanted to get you thinking about it. The key is getting a plan that fits your needs. Companies like Connie Health help you navigate the options with side-by-side comparisons.
Every individual goes in there and puts their personal situation, and we tailor it to their specific needs.
The Federal Trade Commission says Medicare season opens the door to imposters, so remember, never give personal information to anyone who contacts you out of the blue. Even if the request seems to come from Medicare, hang up and call Medicare at 1-800-MEDICARE. Second, if they want account numbers, including your Social Security number, it's a fake. Mike Hofeld, Getting Results, News 6.
Very important information there. Healthcare, important now more than ever, and we know it could get expensive. So if you yourself are 65 and up, if you have a neighbor who's a senior citizen, maybe a family member or friends, maybe send them that text, give them a quick call, give them a reminder that today, midnight, is the deadline to enroll in Medicare. Some great information there from Mike Hofeld. All right, we are going to have a quick break so we can pay our bills, and I'll be back in about 30 seconds. All right, welcome back to Breakfast with Bridgett. I am Crystal Moyer, filling in on this Thursday, Friday Eve. Bridgett has the day off, so we want to shift our focus to some good news. I mean, when you're thinking about attractions around Central Florida, we have a lot of theme parks, and of course, a lot of them based in Orange County, specifically Orlando. But for years now, Brevard County has been trying to raise money, specifically the Brevard County Zoo, for an aquarium over at Port Canaveral. So after years and years of trying to raise money and trying to get different grants, James Sparvero has an update on this attraction.
I'm at the future site of the aquarium project. It's 14 acres along the Banana River that was never developed. The Brevard Zoo is hoping in just another year, groundbreaking can begin.
Building an aquarium is sort of a once-in-a-lifetime experience for almost all of us.
And the zoo's executive director has good news for Port Canaveral commissioners. 2 years ago in this same building, we reported the commission gave the zoo approval to build the aquarium, and now Keith Winston says fundraising for the project has reached $70 million, half of those donations from private citizens.
We're so pleased with how many people in the community have participated to date.
After telling commissioners the zoo is still seeking $30 million to fully fund the aquarium, I asked Winston at the zoo about donations that are still needed. In his presentation to commissioners, he said the Ron John Surf Shop donated $2 million. What do you think that says to you about this community's wanting of this aquarium?
Everyone here cares about the Indian River Lagoon and the Atlantic Ocean and the St. John's, and so they see this as that lighthouse that will keep those assets beautiful and pristine.
To be located where A1A merges with the 528, renderings of the aquarium show a manatee healing center and a seagrass nursery. Winston says $1 from every ticket will go towards improving the water quality of the lagoon. And if the groundbreaking stays on schedule for next fall, the zoo hopes to open the aquarium to thousands of guests in 2027. At Port Canaveral, Brevard County, I'm James Sparvero, Getting Results News 6.
It sounds like a fun attraction that's coming, and also a very educational and conservation efforts all, wrapped into that. So really cool to hear about the possibility of seeing this aquarium coming in just a few years. And speaking of attractions, I know we were talking about frost advisories throughout our area. So I know you're probably not thinking about going to a water park, right? It's just too cold. But one water park is transforming into a holiday attraction. Now, you won't be able to ride any of the slides or anything like that, but of course they're usually in their off season, and this gives them an opportunity to keep their employees working. Here at Island H2O in Kissimmee, you're probably expecting to see a lot of this. Water boy! But with low temperatures and the holiday season in full swing, the water park is making a splash in a different way.
The water slides are not operational for this event.
For the first time, Island H2O is offering holiday nights.
We transformed it into a tropical wonderland. So we have everything from this surfboard tree to a tropical trail, a beach ball you can take a photo with. We have kids activities like a trackless train, kid slides, foam party.
There's also holiday-inspired food and drinks, live music, and entertainment like a Hawaiian luau. This event also gives back to the community, with proceeds from ticket sales being donated to Give Kids the World Village, a nonprofit resort in Central Florida providing critically ill children and their families wish vacations at no cost.
Last year we hosted Give Kids the World, the Night of a Million Lights in the park, and they had all the kids come back this year, so they just can facilitate the same event, but for us to be able to donate back is just unreal. They are doing the real work. We're just making family memories and being able to donate back to them.
I love how some of these seasonal attractions are making use of their space and kind of transforming it into a holiday wonderland where families can go and just enjoy, the scenery and to have different events there. So if you'd like to go check it out, we have information on clickorlando.com/insider, and you can enter to win a family 4-pack of tickets to Island H2O in Kissimmee for their holiday nights event. We actually have 5 packs, so we're giving away 20 tickets in all. You can enter for free at clickorlando.com/insider. Insider now through next Wednesday. We'll be pulling our winners and announcing them on Thursday, so we hope you could check it out. Remember, it is free to be a New 6 Insider. And while you're there, we have another contest going on too, because we know times are tough if you're trying to save money and you still got some holiday shopping to do. We've got you covered with $750. Yes, we are giving that away to one of our lucky insiders for a holiday shopping spree. You can enter as many times as you'd like now through December 13th. Again, the website clickorlando.com/insider. We partnered with Dunkin' for this one, so a lot of people have been entering for this contest because, you know, that cash money, everybody wants that cash money, especially during the holidays. So remember, it is free to be a New 6 Insider, and it does pay off. We have a lot of contest giveaways, exclusive content, and behind the scenes video that you all are asking for. You can find it right there on our Insider page. So thank you so much for joining us for Breakfast with Bridgett. I am Crystal Moyer, filling in while she's on vacation, and I hope you could join me again tomorrow at 7:30.